Hi, I'm Victoria Kann, and I am the author and illustrator of the Pinkalicious and Puppeteers books. The type of art that I do is called collage art.
Hum tuddly-tee now.
Who could that be now? Humming a melody.
Could it be Who Dare?
Maybe it's Pooh Bear.
Pooh? Well, that's me. He's Winnie the Pooh. Come and find me. He's Winnie the Pooh.
He's in the book.
He's Winnie the Pooh.
Your name remind me.
Everyone knows he's Winnie the Pooh.
He's Winnie the Pooh. And all my friends here. He's Winnie the Pooh. Come have a look. He's Winnie the Pooh. The fun never ends here. Everyone knows he's Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh.
Hi, I'm Victoria Kann, and I am the author and illustrator of the Pinkalicious book series. And I am also co-executive producer of the TV show on PBS Kids, Pinkalicious and Puppeteers.
Pinkalicious, The Royal Tea Party by Victoria Kann. Goldilicious is the best unicorn ever. I want everyone to know it. You should throw her a party, Peter said. That gave me a great idea. Listen, Goldie, I said. Goldie is her nickname. I'm going to crown you Princess Goldilicious. There was a lot to do to get ready for the coronation. Can I do something? Peter asked. Sorry, Peter, I said. This party is only for members of the royal court. I thought about what Peter does the best. Pete likes to eat. Maybe you could be the royal taster, I said. That means you taste all the food to make sure it's perfect. Great idea, Peter said. I can't wait to start. I decorated the backyard with Goldie's favorite color, pink. Then I went inside and planned the perfect menu. What do you think, Peter? I asked. Peter had a little sip of tea. This tastes okay, Peter said. It's a little bit boring, though. Don't be silly, I told him. It's perfect. Soon, my guests arrived. Come in, I cried. You're just in time to help get Goldie ready. Can I help? Peter asked. No thanks, I said. But you can go to the kitchen and take the food outside. Peter went into the kitchen. He was in there for a long time. What are you doing in there? I called. The royal taster is only supposed to have one taste. I'm just making sure the food is perfect, Peter replied. I'm coming outside now. Finally, Goldie was ready. Let the royal tea party begin. I declared. My friends and I sat down. Goldie had a place of honor. I noticed that the food looked a little different. I sipped my tea. Pardon me for a moment, I said to my guests, then I dragged Peter away. What did you do to the tea? I whispered. I made it better, Peter said. I used all my favorite foods. I put maple syrup in one teacup. I added peanut butter to another. I stirred strawberry jam and vanilla yogurt into the other teacups, Peter continued. As a royal taster, I felt these sandwiches were tasteless, so I made better ones with ice cream instead of mayonnaise, and goldfish crackers instead of tuna fish. This is a disaster, I cried, and went back to apologize to my guests. Yum, Molly exclaimed. This sandwich is delicious. My tea tastes yummy too, Lila added. What's your secret, Pinkalicious? I tasted my tea again. It tasted like maple syrup. It was good. My friends didn't seem to mind. The food tasted extra special. Maybe this party wasn't a disaster after all. Maybe it was a perfect royal tea party. Let the coronation begin, I said. Goldie pranced forward. Goldilicious, you are the smartest, most beautiful unicorn ever. I touched my wand to Goldie's horn. I hereby royally declare you Princess Goldilicious, I said. Hooray! My friends cheered. I gave Peter a new hat, and I touched my wand to his head. And I declare you, Sir Peter the chef, I said. Hear, hear, said Peter. Who wants more? The end.
Pinkalicious Fashion Fun. Rose and Molly came over to play. Molly was holding a mysterious folder. What is in there? I asked. There are pictures of designers' clothing and fashion shows I've collected from magazines, Molly explained. Those are beautiful outfits, Rhodes said. I want dresses like that, I said. Mommy has a dress like the one in that picture. Let's look in her closet, I said. We can have our own fashion show. Just then, Mommy came in. What are you doing? Mommy asked. My clothes are not for playtime. They're fashion designers, I've said. Please use your imagination. It's not my clothing, said Mommy. Ew, imaginary clothes, said Rose. Please play in your room, not my closet, said Mommy. We looked at the pictures again. I like those shoes with bows, I said. The bows look like pasta, said Molly. I have an idea, I said. We need glue, I said. Let's get twist ties, said Rose. Don't forget glitter, said Molly. What are you doing? Asked Peter. Can I do it too? I thought about it. You can be a photographer, I said. Yes, he yelled. Say cupcake and smile. The doorbell rang. My friends' mothers were here to pick them up. Have a seat, said Mommy. The girls have a surprise for you. Are you ready? asked my friends. It's showtime. Welcome to our fashion show, Rose said as we paraded into the living room. We used things around the house to make our clothes, I added. Look at my newspaper and coffee filter pans, said Molly. The flowers on my vest are cupcake liners, said Rose. My dress is made from bubble wrap, I said. Click went Peter's camera. Bravo, Rose, Mommy cheered. Show off your outfits and twirl. We twirled faster and faster. Paper ribbons and cupcake liners went flying. Peter got closer and closer, trying to get the perfect picture. Pop, pop, pop. My dress was ruined. I almost started to cry. But then I heard clapping. Marvelous, Molly's mommy said. You made a dress that can be worn 2 different ways. And now we can see your sparkling macaroni shoes. If you stick with it, she said, you will have a career in fashion. I love how you used food in your designs. Oh yes, I said. It was inspired. I smiled and grabbed my sketchbook. I have an idea. A cupcake dress. I wonder if I could use real frosting. The end.
Pinkalicious School Lunch by Victoria Kann.
If there's one thing I love for lunch, it's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Mommy packs it for me almost every day. On Monday, I decided to try something totally different. I wanted to buy my lunch at the school cafeteria. It would be pinkerific. They were serving spaghetti and meatballs with raspberry jello for dessert. Spaghetti looks like pink if you use your imagination. At last, the bell rang. Lunchtime, I yelled. I leaped out of my seat and out the door, skipping down the hall at full speed. I was going so fast I didn't see the book on the floor. I tripped and fell and hurt my knee. Miss Penny came to help me.
Why the rush, Pinkalicious?
She asked. I told her about the spaghetti and meatballs and pink jello for dessert.
Sounds yummy, she said. But remember, slow and steady wins the race.
I wasn't sure what she meant, but I was too hungry to ask. Miss Penny walked down to the school cafeteria with me. I got in line and waved goodbye. Soon enough, my special spaghetti would be all mine. All I had to do now was wait. So I waited and waited and waited. The line was so long it snaked around the cafeteria. We moved slowly, inch by inch. My tummy started grumbling. My knee throbbed. The room was noisier than I remembered. This was taking forever. At long last, it was my turn to order. I cleared my throat and said, "Spaghetti and meatballs with raspberry jello, please." Ethel, the lunch lady, didn't hear me.
"Excuse me,"
she said. "Spaghetti and meatballs and jello," I tried again. It was no use. The room was too loud. Ethel shrugged and handed me a plate with green beans and a sloppy joe. No matter how hard I squinted, it did not look pink or tasty. I cleared my throat to try one last time, but just then the bell rang. It was time to go back to class. I couldn't believe what just happened. This was supposed to be my big day, my cafeteria feast. But now, instead of spaghetti and meatballs and raspberry jello, I had nothing but an empty stomach. In math class, I had trouble paying attention. I was so hungry. Triangles looked like pizza slices. Circles looked like pies. When Miss Penny showed us that a square cut diagonally makes two triangles, I thought she was cutting a sandwich in half. My tummy grumbled. That night, I told Mommy and Daddy about how everything had gone wrong, how I had tripped and fallen, how I had hurt my knee, how it had taken forever to get through the line, and when I finally got there, the lunch lady couldn't hear my order.
"I'm sorry, honey,"
said Daddy.
"Would you like me to make you a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for tomorrow?"
asked Mommy. I didn't know what to do. Today did not turn out very well, but tomorrow they were serving grilled cheese sandwiches. I like grilled cheese sandwiches. I'll try again tomorrow, except this time I'll be prepared, I said. I finished my dinner and went up to my room. If I was going to actually eat the school lunch, I needed to have a plan. The next day at school, when the lunch bell rang, I pulled out the plan I had made the night before. Step 1, I read aloud. Watch your pace. Slow and steady wins the race. I made sure not to rush to the cafeteria, and this time, I made it without falling or bruising my knees. Miss Penny was right. This was much better. In the cafeteria, I got in line and looked around. There were still lots of kids ahead of me. I started getting frustrated, but then I remembered my plan. I was prepared. Step 2, I read. If the line is long, just sing a song. I began singing to pass the time. I made it through Pinkle, Pinkle, Little Star, and Mary had a pink old lamb, and was just about finished with Old Pink Donald before I realized I was almost at the front of the line.
Are you singing something?
Asked Ethel, the lunch lady. I started to answer her, but the cafeteria was so loud she couldn't hear me. That's when I knew it was time for step 3 of my plan. Is the room very noisy from the lunch-eating crowd? Then roll up this plan and speak up real loud, it said. I rolled my plan into a megaphone. I put it up to my mouth and asked for a grilled cheese sandwich and a piece of pie.
Huh?
Said Ethel. Even with a megaphone, she still couldn't hear me. I thought. She could hear me when I was singing. I know. May I please have a grilled cheese and a piece of cherry pie, I sang. This time Ethel heard me.
Yes, you may,
Ethel sang back, handing me the cherry pie.
Here's your grilled cheese,
sang the other lunch lady, giving me another plate.
And how about some strawberry milk?
Sang the third lunch lady. Thank you, I sang back.
You are welcome,
sang the 3 lunch ladies in perfect harmony. The cafeteria was completely quiet as everyone listened to them sing. When they finished, everyone clapped and yelled, "Hooray!" The whole room filled up with our cheers. The lunch lady trio took a bow. I sat down and finally got to eat my cafeteria feast. The end.
Make Things box. Do you have a Make Things box? See, my Make Things box has lots of stuff inside. So whenever I want to make something, I just go and collect some nice material. So I thought it'd be fun to make a little horsey puppet. What do you think of my neighs? I practice. I do. I listen to the show, Pinkalicious and Pewterific, and I listen to Goldie, because Goldie has perfect neighs. Okay, so this is how we make this beautiful little puppet. You take a piece of paper, and I'm going to take yellow because our pink adorable pony is yellow. And you can get a parent or a caregiver or somebody to help you. So you take your yellow paper and you fold it in half like this. Now I've drawn right here a little pony shape. It's actually very easy to do. A pony shape for the head is really, it's just like a triangle, like that. And then it has another shape coming off of it. And that's the head. This is going to be the ear up here, and that's the head. So there's the shape. Do you see? And then you take your pair of scissors, or you get somebody to help you, and you cut it out. See, I folded the paper so that I am not going to cut this edge. That means one less edge for me to cut. Do you like to make things? I love making things. It makes me so happy. The reason making things is fun is because you get to express yourself creatively. Plus, you get to have things that nobody else has because you've made them. All right, so here we go. Here's the head of my pony, and here's a straw. So now I just take that straw and I'm going to tape it. And you know from the show that Pinkalicious, and from the books, they have a little pony toy that they pretend to ride that's like a real pony. I don't know if you've ridden horses, but I think it's very hard to ride a horse. They're very large animals. So it's kind of cute that Pinkalicious got a little pony. All right, now I'm just taping it closed. There you go. Then I am taking a black pen and a pink pen. And here I am just drawing, right here, I am drawing an eye. And then I'm drawing the little circle for the nose. And then a big smile. My pony is smiling. And I'm doing it on the other side too. And then I'm going to have a nice pink cheek circle. You may have noticed that all my characters have that pink cheek circle. So that looks pretty good, right? So now we just need the mane. And the way you make that is I have some ribbon in my Make Things box. I love ribbon, and I love curled ribbon. So I just cut off a piece of the hot pink, and then I'm cutting off a piece of the other pink, and then I've got light pink, and I'm just cutting off a piece. So I've got 3 pieces of ribbon, and I am just gathering them all up. And that is the beautiful mane. And I have my finger right in the center, and I am just folding it like this. Look at that. That is going to be the mane. And then, do you see how pretty that looks? And then I am just taping it right here to the top of our Pinkatastic Pretend Pony, our puppet. There it is. Now, would you all neigh with me? Would you try? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Neigh! 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 Oh, my pony. My pony goes so fast. There it goes. Thank you so much for joining me. I love being with you. And don't forget to think pink. Thank you.
Now's the time to close the book.
Though we've just begun, it's true.
We'll say goodbye until another day.
Another day with new adventures on the way.
They're on the way.
We're on our way,
So off we go. We won't be far. We'll be waiting here for you.
With hills to run
and higher trees to climb.
and someone there to catch you
In the nick of time, so it's goodbye for now. To all of you, to the book of goodbye for now. To all of you.
From here among all the best of friends, here where the story never ends. Back in the 100
Mom, I'm home.
here in the book of